Hey guys, welcome back here to Advanced Bass Fishing, and really appreciate you guys hanging with me a little bit and checking the video out. And guys, today we're gonna have a little video on topwater fishing. I've got four different boxes that I have all my topwaters in, and I got every type of topwater you can imagine. But I just pulled out one of my boxes here, and I just selected 5 or 6 of my favorite topwaters, and I'm gonna go over each one of them today, sort of explain to you guys the situation these works in. And definitely think when you get that situation in the lake you fish, it's gonna help you guys catch some more fish. And also guys, speaking of things that'll help you catch more fish is my Blaukat Throwback jig, guys. Hand-tied living rubber skirt, guys. We got them at Tackle Warehouse. We got 7 different colors, 3 different sizes. So I'll have my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of the video to my Blaukat Throwback jig made by Cumberland Pro Lures. I would suggest just getting you couple dark colors. You know, we got some browns and that type of stuff, a lot of different colors to match about any water clarity situation. So anyway, Tackle Warehouse link in the description there. Okay, let's talk about some topwaters here. I'm just going to go through several of my favorites, show you guys a little bit about them here. First one I want to talk about is this bait is one of the oldest lures that Megabass ever came out with. It's the Giant Dog X walking topwater. Just walks just like a spook side to side. Guys, I have caught so many bass on this thing over the past 20 years, or 25 years or more. Unbelievable. In fact, the best day of fishing I ever had in my life, I was practicing for a Bassmaster tournament up at Lake Champlain in Vermont. And I had actually it was a Matt Tiger that I was using at the time. I don't know if I got it in here or not. Oh yeah, here it is, actually, this exact one right here. This Matt Tiger Giant Dog X, guys, I caught over 100 smallmouth in one day of practice, and that was like not even trying to catch them. I'd catch one on that Giant Dog X, I'd kick the trolling motor down another 50 yards even before I made another cast and catch another one. It was unbelievable, day of a lifetime. So I've caught tons of good ones on the Giant Dog X. Now, here's the thing about the Giant Dog X versus like a Zara Spook or something. The Giant Dog X is designed for calm situations. If you try to fish this in choppy water, it'll nosedive. It's very, very balanced, very precise. So you want to fish the Giant Dog X on a day where you have little to no wind. And if you have little to no wind when those fishing is normally tough on topwater, this thing, it's a subtle walking topwater, guys, you know, very quiet that comes through the water, and they will hammer it in any type of a calm situation. So definitely try some of these Giant Dog X's. They actually came out with, the first one they came out with was actually the Dog X, which is a smaller version of it here, and then the Giant Dog X came out a little bit later. Okay, the next one that I like to use a lot is just an old school Pop R, just Rebel Pop R. This bait's been around forever. Let me give you a little tip on the Pop R, guys. In the post-spawn, like May and June, you take a Pop R and you get out early in the morning and fish it parallel to any riprap bank, and they'll clobber this thing. There's something about, I guess, the bait fish that are feeding on those rocks shallow early in the morning. But if you have water visibility between, say, 1.5 to 3 foot, and you got riprap on a lake, take this Pop R, guys, and throw it right on those rocks early in the morning while it's still shady. Definitely catch you a bunch of good fish. Okay, and another chugger that I use a lot, which is bigger, this is the Megabass Pop Max. The Megabass Pop Max, guys, is a lot more aggressive topwater. And also, guys, I'll link some of my favorite topwaters in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video if you guys would like to try like the Giant Dog X or the Pop Max. But the Pop Max will bring fish out of deeper water. So I like to fish a Pop Max, again, on a little bit calmer conditions, but like fishing it on points, fishing it down bluff banks, steeper banks, fishing it around the edge of grass. Thing's super realistic looking. Do that. Actually, it's got gill slits here that the water actually will pass through those gill slits, and it has a unique spitting action. But that Megabass Pop Max, I've caught a bunch of fish on it too. Okay, one that I have done good on it, but it's very situational, and this is sort of something that is well known back out on the east on the herring lakes, is just these freaking pencil popper type baits. These pencil poppers, they're very unique. It's almost like a cross between a chugger and a Zara Spook. They walk side to side, but they spit a lot of water out too. but this is really good for open water. If you've got fish that are schooling on the surface, this pencil popper is a great way to catch them. Catch a lot of fish on any type of a schooling situation or over deep, deep points. It's an aggressive topwater, brings fish up a long way. Another bait, guys, that I catch a lot of fish on that I don't know what it is about it does, but a chrome colored, this is a Zara puppy right here, in the chrome pattern. Guys, you can take this chrome pattern Zara puppy and fish it around boat docks, and I have caught tons of good fish on it, especially if you have some cleaner water and spotted bass in the lake. Like for example, I did real good in a tournament on Smith Lake in Alabama one year on this chrome colored Zara puppy there. But really, really good bait around docks or shade and a little bit clear water situations. And a couple others, I got several different ones. One thing about a chrome bait, guys, here's one here I picked up down at Lake Hartwell, sort of like a local bait. It's a walking type bait. I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's solid chrome. Chrome is a really good color around any type of schooling fish. So if you do have schoolers, chrome will bring them up, from a long way with that. But that's just a few of them, guys. Just wanted to do a little video on, I've got a bunch more. Maybe we'll do some more videos on it a little later. Some of my favorite topwaters. But the thing about topwater fishing, it's sort of like all over the place, because most of the time when you're fishing a topwater plug, you need to have some type of clouds or low light condition, a little bit warmer water, and not much wind. Those are the premier conditions for topwaters a lot of times, with the exception of a couple different things. Like I've caught fish on choppy conditions, like with a super spook. I've caught them on a whopper plopper, caught them on a buzz bait. There's a lot of different scenarios that a topwater will work, and there's a lot of different ones where it won't work. So say for example, like when the water's in the mid 50s, they'll bite a buzz bait a little bit, but they won't hardly bite any other type of topwater than a buzz bait. Every topwater out there has a situation that is unique to itself for how it works. And a lot of it has to do with the noise it makes. It has to do with the profile. It has to do with how subtle the bait is, whether it makes a lot of noise like a prop bait or a whopper plopper, or if it's really, really quiet like a wake bait or something. So there's a lot to it. Topwater fishing is pretty complex from what I have seen. And the thing about topwater fishing, in addition to the profile and the noise and the color, is the speed of retrieve on the topwater is critical. I've seen some situations where you have to throw that topwater out there and let it set until the ripples dissipate, and then just barely move it and let it set until the ripples dissipate. And then they'll come up and hit it. And I've seen other situations like working a walking topwater or chugger where you have to work the thing real fast, crazy going across the water. So a lot of ins and outs to it, a lot of different variables to it, but that's just a few tips you might follow away if you're fishing sometime. So hope you guys are well. Talk later.